Man, first off, happy birthday to Hit Skrewface, which is what this special episode is all about. There was a couple little technical issues with the Zoom call, a tiny bit of lagging. None of it lasts more than a few seconds, so please bear with it. Everything that comes after it is well worth listening to. What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward. Man, we got my man, Midwest legend, Hit Screwface in here today for a special episode. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Hit.
Man, appreciate it, man. Thankful for another year, man.
Yeah, thank God. You've led such an interesting life, and been important in Midwest hip hop in general. I don't think people understand how much of the sound bed of all hip hop comes from Midwestern music, which you were definitely one of the originators of. So, what instead of trying to go over things beat by beat, I'm curious as to like what are some of your career accomplishments you're most proud of, and then after that, I'd like to get into your life accomplishments because you got a pretty unique story.
I mean, the biggest thing in my career that I'm proud of is being able to put my son in a position to do what he doing. Um, I got a few awards, you know what I'm saying, that go up there too. Like I got a GI Rap Pioneer Award back at the crib. I got a Trailblazer Award, if you know what that is. It's basically just they was honoring, people that, blazed the trail for all the new guys, you know what I'm saying? That was, influential in the beginning, but it's like a national thing. Like it's not just in the state, you know what I'm saying? Like the Trailblazer Awards, they go all over. Like when I got my award, Mike Epps got an award, and a couple other people from Indiana that got a nice little status. So it's a that's a nice award to get. So that's one of the things that I'm proud of. I mean, it's a lot of things I'm proud of, man. Like being able to put out my own music from day one. The first record I ever put out, I made over $100,000 on it. So that's something to be proud of.
Was that the MCG's?
Yeah, MCG's 53 Chambers of Danger.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you this about something to be proud of. Something I noticed, and you can correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm being hyperbolic, but I know a lot about rap, and I've watched a lot of videos, and I know I was listening to Midwest rap way before blogs and shit. Like I knew MC was, but he had a Joan Dad Pimp C and Tupac on the same album. He probably the only person that ever did that. But anyway, point being, I seen mad Midwest videos because I would do shit like you remember how back in the day in the back of like the Blaze and the Source you could order little VHS tapes that have videos.
Yeah.
And I dare say that the MCG's had the best quality video of any non-signed Midwest group in the whole 90s.
Man, I appreciate that, man. You talking about that Club 1337, man. Yeah. Yeah, that video, man, cost me a pretty penny back then, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably get that same quality video right now.
Hey, independent artists in the 90s wasn't pulling stuff like that off, bro.
Nah.
Your motherfucking logistic game must be on a million.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. But yeah, that's definitely, one of the, highlights of the MCG career.
And then you know what that does? That gives young artists or artists that came after you directly, proof of concept that we can actually do this shit. That it can look real.
Yeah. I definitely inspired a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, from around my way to realize that they can do it and to give them the to believe in themselves, to be able to go and do it. Like, okay, this somebody I know from around the way that's doing it. I can do it too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of that, you know what I mean?
Yo.
Yeah, I guess it froze up for a second.
Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get that edited. You were talking about people around your way was the last thing I heard. So if you could just start with how people around your way told you about how they, you know, had belief in that they could rap from what you had done?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I get that a lot, you know what I'm saying, from a lot of the youngsters, you know, just people in general, man. When I meet them, and especially people that never met me before and they finally meet me, oh man, you inspired me to do this, man. You know, you made me believe in this. So that's something that I'm proud of, you know what I'm saying, that I was able to like give, you know, sort of like a blueprint, you know, for, you know, the up and coming artists to at least have a direction to go and to really believe that it could happen for them and not just, you know, the people they see on TV. You did.
Because like you got CDs printed, promotional materials. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I wouldn't be surprised if you was doing all the press and media at that point.
Oh yeah, I was doing
radio
everything.
And everything. Yeah,
I was doing everything from the financing to the press. Oh my God, what the heck just happened?
It's all good. Brother, just keep going. You was doing the finance and the press.
Yeah, I was doing the financing, the press, man, all of the marketing, you know what I mean? Like everything, you know what I'm saying? From booking shows to booking studio time to making sure we was at, you know, appearances on time where we had to be, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying?
What year was the most enjoyable for you as for the Midwest as a whole and you personally?
What year was the most?
Like what year just stands out? Like, man, everything was popping. I was having fun.
Man, I probably have to say like 2009, 2010, right before I hooked up with that one group. Like everything was like on point. I had just opened up the studio. Man, dude, is it a way that I can mute? Is it a way that I can stop my phone from ringing and still do this?
I don't know. You could we could start over and you could log in on a computer.
Man, dude, they tripping.
I think maybe I don't know if you put on airplane mode if it knocked me off.
I don't know. Let me try, man, cause yo.
Yes, sir.
You still there?
Yep.
Okay, maybe that worked.
Yeah, that should be good. I guess I gotta find these things, man. You don't even be thinking, man. You know, talking about things changing. Like, you know, I ain't come up with computers and shit, and it always be the stuff you would never think of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'd be interrupting shit like, oh, I'm doing the Zoom. I gotta remember to turn off phone. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't never figure that shit out until it fucks you up one time. You feel me?
Yeah, probably should have put it on do not disturb or some shit.
Yeah, I don't be thinking about shit like that either, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't even remember where we left off at, man.
I mean, we was talking. Oh, you was talking about the best year, before you got with that one group.
Yeah, like 2009, 2010, man. That was like the best time. Like it seemed like everything was going right. I had just opened up a studio downtown Indianapolis. I had just dropped my second album? I believe that was my second album, The Saga Continues, and I was working on Hitsville, USA, part 1. And I mean, you know, just everything, the videos was coming out, like the shows was great, like just everything was great.
Hey, that's something you should be proud of right there. That Hitsville USA cover is one of the all-time album covers. Bro, man, I go half with you on a run of 500 t-shirts and sell them hoes for $50 a piece. I bet we sell them in less than 6 months.
You talking about Hitsville 3?
It looked like the Motown front.
Yeah, that's Hitsville 3.
Okay, Hitsville 3. All right, my bad, but yeah, like that cover was so ferocious.
Man, I appreciate it. Yeah, Hitsville USA Volume 1 was a double disc. Like that's something that nobody else really did around here either. I put out a double disc, and I tried to put as many people.
Not just streaming it. You talking about like actual double disc?
Yeah, I had an actual.
So that's more money out the pocket.
Yeah, for sure.
But then you can't sell it for too much more because people want to pay one price for a CD.
I didn't care. I just was trying to, you know, do something that ain't never been done around here.
So you, in a way, you like the people's champ. You ever feel that like that held you back a little bit? Because it seemed like, to be real with you, the music quality there, the hustle there, the ambition there. It seemed like the only thing that ain't there is the willingness to do like snake shit and step on other motherfuckers' backs to get ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess you can say that kind of hindered me because I ain't cut like that. You know, I don't do, you know, snake shit behind people's back to get ahead or, you know, cross my homies for opportunity or none of that. Because I done had plenty of chances where I could have, but I turned that down because, you know, the type of person I am. I wouldn't be able to say the stuff I say and stand on the stuff I stand on if I did. So, you know, I don't regret it. You know what I mean? I probably could be way, you know, further ahead, but, you know, it is what it is.
I always think probably to it because probably, you know, those that be a few levels above realize like, yeah, this ain't one that's gonna play the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been in that situation where they didn't try to get me to compromise my integrity for some money. You know, they was talking, you know, a few $100,000. You know what I mean? And I just turned it down. I don't know if they might have, you know, spread the word or whatever. You know, like, hey, he ain't going. Move on to the next. I don't know.
But remember, we talking about things to be proud of, and I think that's one of the most respectable things a person can do. Because I mean, you know, you know people that got famous and maybe it revealed their true character, maybe it changed their character, but there's no way they sleep good at night being the person that they became or that they always were.
Can't even look in the mirror. You know what I mean? You know, they can fake, you know, while the lights and the cameras on and you know all that. But when it's just you know
if you done did some real live foul shit.
Yeah, you gotta reflect on yourself, man.
Because I mean, I know you ain't perfect, bro. I done did a few things I'm ashamed of, and I got over it, but I ain't never lived my life that way. I imagine living out your life that way, you must be having some hard times at night.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I did a few things that, you know, I'm ashamed of, but it wasn't necessarily because I just was trying to snake somebody to be cutthroat. It was more about survival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got to get how you live shit.
Yeah, I didn't have to get myself out of certain situations, and I didn't have to do certain things to make sure that mine, you know what I'm saying, had food on the table. That I might look back now and be like, man, you know what? I could have did this another way. I should have did like this, but you know, it is what it is. Like you say, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, I feel good though that like most of the things I did that might have been stupid or wild was more illegal than immoral. You feel me?
Yeah, I could dig that for sure. Yeah, definitely morally. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to, you know what I'm saying, be righteous as possible when it comes to that. So, you know, that's definitely like it's a low percentage of, anything that you could say I went against my morals, anything like that. Because that's something that I'm real proud of and I stand on. You know what I'm saying? My word is everything out here.
You know, not like it's a rare thing for a man, a black man or anything, but it's still notable. You got custody of your child and raised your child from, I believe, an infant, right?
Yeah, he was 5 years old when he got with me.
5 years old.
Yeah.
A successful young man.
Yeah, I don't know if from the infant. Oh man, I don't know if I would have made it, bro, from the infant.
Oh yeah, them first few years be hard. The lack of sleep is real.
Oh man, because I remember the first time I kept him just by myself when he was an infant. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, I still remember that like yesterday, but hey, I made it through.
You know what I'm saying? You know how I used to get through that type of shit? I'd be like, man, it's way dumber motherfuckers than me that done raised kids that went to Harvard. So if they can do it, I can do it.
I just used to tell myself, man, it ain't no handbook to this. You know what I'm saying? It's trial and error.
And you raised them by yourself, or at least he lived with you from the time he was 5 until he was grown up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And did good in school the whole time.
Oh yeah, I had to like when
safe,
he first
secure environment.
Yeah, when he first moved with me, man, I used to have to start going in the house at like 8 o'clock at night, bro. Like that was the end of my night. And that was like totally new to me because I was like the person that would sleep till 2 or 3 and then be up all night. You know what I'm saying? So I had to change my whole routine.
How difficult was that for you?
Oh man, it was hard for I mean, me and Cap was just talking about this the other day. I don't know, maybe like the first few months, man, and then after that, it started to get easy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what was the issue? You be tired, or just you be bored, or you be bored and then be tired the next morning?
Well, it was a few issues. Like a lot of the tired was one of them because I got to change my sleeping pattern. So you know that take a while.
Yeah. Take a while. No matter what the situation. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, it was hindering me because a lot of stuff that I did, like as far as business-wise, with music, studio, all that stuff, a lot of that stuff would be at night. So by me having to shut down at 8 o'clock, it was a lot of stuff that I couldn't do that I would have to try to get in between the morning time to 8 p.m. because I didn't have nobody that could sit there with him while I go do this and go there. And you got a kindergarten. You can't have no kindergarten out all night and they got to go to school tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So I made it through it though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I mean, I definitely look at that, especially the way Cavity's turned out, as something to be proud of. But you know, there's a flip side to everything. What are some of the things you regret?
I mean, I can't even really say I regret nothing. I mean, I had to turn down a few situations. As far as
I'm not saying regret about Cappy. I'm talking about regret about in life in general.
Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay,
because I'm sure you don't regret. I'm sure you don't regret shit about.
Nah.
I mean, how could you, bro? I'd be proud as shit if I had a son like him.
Nah, I couldn't ask for it to be no other way.
I love my son though.
For sure. Yeah, throw that in there. I got you. But nah, what was it you just asked me?
Like some of the regrets you have in life.
Okay, yeah. Well, one of my biggest regrets is, man, when I was young, I got inducted into the honors program, right? I had a kind of high IQ, you know what I'm saying? I was above average. And I got inducted into the honors program in the 2nd grade. And I went through honors program from the 2nd grade to the 9th grade. We was walking home from school, my 9th grade year. I got all these books because we had hella books. Like you had to be to be a bookworm. Like I was juggling the streets, bookworm, basketball, all this. I was doing good.
And in like an honors programs, they'll give you shit like read these 30 pages and write 3 pages on it by the next day. And that's time consuming.
Yeah, so I got hella books, man. My homies don't really got no books. They ain't regular classes. Some of them might have been special ed, who knows. But some guys got on us and started shooting at us. And after that, I was like, I don't want to carry all these books no more. Like,
damn, that's rough, man.
It was holding me down. Like the books was holding me down. You know what I'm saying? Like I almost got.
Damn, dog, that's sad as shit. That's a terrible decision. That's a terrible decision for a young man to have to make.
Yeah, so I took myself out of the honors program against my mom's wishes, against the principal's wishes, all my teachers. I even had teachers from elementary school.
Did you tell them the real reason? Or what would you tell them the reason was?
Yeah, I told them that, you know what I'm saying, you know, by us having so much homework and always having to take these books home all the time, I just feel like if I need to run, I need to be in the class where I don't have to take all these books because I need to be able to get away. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I thought I was making the right decision. Like they wouldn't immediately do it. Like they put me they had me in a conference room for like 2 weeks, and they just had like my elementary teachers, some of my middle school teachers coming up there talking to me, trying to convince me to stay in the program. And I was, you know, hard-headed about it, and I got out of it. But that's one of the things that I regret, you know what I'm saying? Another thing that I regret is I was playing junior college basketball, and I quit the team to come back to the crib to hustle. I regret that every day.
Yeah, I can see that. Hey, who was nicer between you and D-Edge?
You said what?
Who was nicer between you and D-Edge?
On the basketball court?
Yeah, I see he's put up you know, articles from the paper back in
I
the
don't
day.
know, man. I don't know. I say like team, as far as team ball, he probably was more of a better team player than me. But one-on-one, I don't know. I think I would have got with him one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? But like,
damn, bro,
like
you know, I used to ball like that, man. I gotta know what kind of game you got.
I mean, I got a jumper. I played point guard all the way to small forward. I could play any of them positions. I'm not tall enough. I mean, I played I played power forward sometime when I was like in middle school. I ain't tall enough to play that now, you know what I'm saying? But back then I was like in middle school, I was like 5'8". So I was kind of taller than most of the cats, especially like 7th grade year. So I could play 4 positions real good, you know what I'm saying? And as far as like one-on-one, like I had more weight, you know what I'm saying, on me. So I could probably, you know, back them down or whatever. But
yeah, and this back in the hand checking days. So being strong was like a necessary component to be able to go to rack.
Yeah. But yeah, if we go by, you know, the numbers as far as stats with the team, he probably got his stats probably a little bit better than mine. You know what I'm saying? I give him that.
I can dig it.
You know, one-on-one though, I don't know. Like, because I was the type of player that a lot of times I would get took out of the game because I wanted to do what I wanted to do instead of what the coach wanted me to do. Whether I scored or not, you know what I'm saying? It was just like a mind game they wanted, because they want you to do what they say do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I played better basketball when I didn't have nobody telling me what to do. You see what I'm saying?
So I mean, that's something else to be proud of. Then in every situation of life, you wanted to do things your way, and you've created a world where you've been able to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know, I mean, millions of people live a life that they don't want to live.
Yeah, I see a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, having to get up and do the things that they really don't want to do to provide for their family, but they know they have to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful every day that I can get up and make my own schedule. You know what I'm saying? I can move how I want to move, and nobody in my household miss a beat. So,
you know, back to the regret part, I wonder if you have any career regret. I mean, you know, instead, I don't want to get into none of the shit that's been talked about everywhere forever. Fuck all that shit. But do you have any regrets with people you may have worked with, not worked with, should have worked with more, producers that you caught coming up that ended up blowing up? You should have copped a beat for any of that type shit.
I mean, of course, everybody know I regret, you know what I'm saying, working with that one cat, joining that group. Like, I think that was like one of the biggest mistakes in my career, because
well, to get into it a little bit, in your defense, I mean, I don't see why anybody wouldn't have done any of the things you did until you realized what it was.
Right, exactly. Like, at the time, it made perfect sense, you know what I'm saying? But as time went on, it started to, you know what I'm saying, hit me like, oh man, I just kind of put myself in a position where it's kind of look like I'm up under somebody that I really was already above. You see what I'm saying? And they kind of like used that against me.
Can I tell you the fan regret I had about that?
What was that?
That project, I wanted to hear Young Platt. I wanted to hear D-Edge. I wanted to hear Hit Skrewface.
I actually had D-Edge on the record.
No, I'm talking about the ESGN album.
Well,
you know, I wanted to hear all these cats that, you know, that I've been hearing for years, like the whole Gary movement. It wasn't that one person was super better than no one else. It was like all these cats with this different sound that worked well together. I mean, like, without getting into none of the other shit, musically, there was a minute where that shit was magic.
Yeah, and that was part of the issue. Like, some of those people you named wasn't official members. Like, they might have been, you know, part of my clique, or they might have been a part of Edge clique, or they might have been a part of, you know, Rock clique. and then we just all came together. So it was like a chord that was actually official, and everybody else was just like branches of it. And it was like, you know, it was issues with trying to put certain people on certain records.
I mean, I know I can dig all that, but people that had got labeled as ESGN, who I enjoyed their music, weren't on an album called ESGN.
I mean,
and as a fan, that shit was just disappointing to me.
I mean, actually, there was supposed to be a group album, but it turned into a solo album.
Right.
So a lot of the records that we was on got cut, and some of those people was never on records. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like some of those people was never on any records that was gonna be on that project.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I wish there had just been one that was, you know, like that whole wave y'all had.
Hey, trust me, I put it to you like this: if I was in control of that shit, and you know, ones wasn't letting certain people, you know, get in their ear about shit, it would have went like that. If I was in control of that shit, I would have made sure that everybody got their shine. But you know, when motherfuckers got ones in their ear telling them, you know, go this way, and they feel like that's, you know, best for their career, and they don't care about nobody else's career, then you know, you run into these type of issues.
And now some cats ain't even making music no more, you know, and to me that's sad.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of, you know what I'm saying, they kind of lost their drive after, you know, all that stuff went on. They just was like, you know what, let me go do this, or let me go do this. The music ain't, you know, it ain't paying me. I can't provide for my family with this. So they found other lanes, you know what I'm saying? And you can't do nothing but respect that, you feel me? But me, I'm invested in this so much that this is all I know.
Oh, you kept it pushing.
Yeah, I got to. Can't nobody stop me but me, you feel me?
Word. The you know, like about the that's regrets of who you worked with or whatever, but is there do you got regrets on anybody you didn't work with? Like that maybe somebody blew up that you could have worked with when they was coming up, or maybe just some shit that never happened, or whatever the case may be.
Well, we had an opportunity to link with this one young artist. I can't even remember his name right now, but he was signed to Doggy Style Records, and we had an opportunity to write for him. And we kind of, one of my group members, the MCG'z, one of my group members kind of tried to go behind our back and do it by itself, and it kind of threw the people off, and then they didn't want to mess with none of us, because they was like, what, you know, they understand. Like, it was like, what the, you know.
You got snakes in your clique, why let them in mine?
Yeah, so it just messed up the whole opportunity. That's one thing that I regret.
Hey, I thought I was never allowed to talk about that. You just admitted to ghostwriting.
I mean, you know, I did a little bit here and there for other people, you know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing that, you know, I really ever speak on, but I mean, I can write for anybody if they want me to, you know what I'm saying? If they need it, like, I think it's easier for me to tell the next person what to say than it is for me to tell myself what to say.
True or false, somebody bought a hook from you from a song that they used to go in the top 10.
Bought a hook?
Yeah.
That's false. He ain't buy nothing. He didn't buy nothing. I let him use my studio to make the beat. He was supposed to be making the song himself. They sitting in the studio for almost 2 hours just listening to this beat over and over, trying to come up with a chord. So after so long, I just got tired and was like, hey, dude, all you gotta do is talk about yourself. Like, what do you be doing when you talk? Like, how you move? This, that, and the third. He still looking stupid. So I just started spitting the hook, like, boom. Like, I'm describing him, though. You see what I'm saying? In the hook. And it was perfect. So we put it on the record. And then I wrote a verse to it. My engineer, he was an artist and an engineer at the time. He wrote a verse. And then the cat whose song it was, he wrote a verse. So, boom, we put it out. And people went crazy over it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was a gimmicky song from the gate. And I really was just doing it to help him. And I really didn't think that it was gonna, you know, really do what it was doing. But it kind of took off a little bit. And then once people started like coming, trying to you know, get in, get a piece of the pie, so to say. People start offering money to put more promo behind it, and you know, trying to help get a deal or distribution and all kind of stuff for it. To the point that the cat whose record it was, you know, he got greedy and he tried to make it seem like to all of them that he wrote the record, he wrote the hook, all that. I didn't do nothing but put my verse on there, right? I even helped him write his verse. So basically I wrote his verse and my verse to a certain extent.
Did you get publishing?
Yeah, I did. After, man, we went back and forth forever because what they tried to do was they
minimize your contribution.
Huh?
Minimize your contribution. That's what they always try to do.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to minimize my contribution, but they couldn't do it because I had the masters in my studio. Like I said, it got recorded at my studio.
Yeah.
So I had the masters. I had the masters. Nobody paid for nothing. Everything was done organically and free in my facility. So what they did was they went and got another producer and had him make a new beat. And then they changed the chorus, but they kind of kept it the same. They changed the name of the song, they changed the chorus and kind of kept it the same. And then they ran with that version.
Man, if y'all don't know the music industry, listen to that and think about all that went into that just to maximize one person's profit and let's say fame accumulation from doing that.
Dude ain't doing
somebody
nothing.
That's supposed to be like your man.
Dude ain't doing nothing now though. Like I told people back then, I said he'll never be able to make another record like that because I wrote it. You know, he convinced a whole lot of people. I mean, he convinced people that know me from a kid. He convinced them that I was jealous and I was hating and I was lying about the whole situation to the point where I just told him, "Wow, mark my words, I bet you never come up with another record like that." And now they all, you know, recanted, you know, they statements, they feelings, all that over the years. But it's like, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know, you know what I'm saying? I know what my character, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna sit up here and lie about and say I wrote some shit or I created something that I didn't. Like I did it to help him in the first place. So for him to you know, accelerate off of it, that's what I want. Just don't cut me out. You feel me?
Word. So,
like,
my bad, go ahead.
Yeah, so why would I get jealous because he getting shine off the record? That's what we did it for.
Oh yeah, bro. I know you was never jealous of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like there's a difference between being bitter and just saying facts.
Yeah, that's the same thing a lot of people say about dude, the other dude. They try to say, you know, I'm jealous, I'm hating because of what he doing and all that. And it's like, no, motherfucker. I was there from the beginning helping him because I believed that he could do more than what the fuck he doing right now. So why the fuck would that make me jealous? I always looked at him being way bigger than that with all of us with him. You feel me? Like way bigger. That's the part that pissed me off, how, you know, you let us, you know, help you climb this ladder, and then when you got to the top of the ladder, you just cut the motherfucker, cut the part off the ladder to where we can't get up to that motherfucker. You feel me?
Word. Basically. But you know, that made me want to get into the last part of what I want to talk about is going forward. But before we get into that, you know, there's executive producers that be on some Suge Knight shit, and then there's like executive producers that, you know, they got the bag, and then there's executive producers like Quincy Jones, and you know, speaking on helping create those songs, and you know, I'm sure you've had an input with song construction for Cappy, at least at the beginning of his career. You really enjoy helping others craft their music, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I'm good at. Like a lot of people from my hometown that even have that ever had a buzz or got a buzz right now or whatever, I was, you know, one of the first people to kind of like catch my ear. and then I would reach out to him and then I would help him.
Hey, I don't know his rap name, but DeAndre Brown.
D Brown, yeah, that's my little homie.
You know, I ran into him. This is a true story. Like 8 years ago at a Greyhound station off the No Bullshit, right? And he had I think we were going to South by Southwest. And he had a bag full of CDs, right?
Yeah.
Of his shit he pressed up. They was never on like that Piff or nothing. And I don't know if you hosted one, but I know you was on like 5 songs on them shits, and I never even seen them on the internet. And that was like at a time he probably could have put them on iTunes and got some bread off of them. But like point being, I've seen how you've always been a part of younger artists, and I see like when you work with them at the beginning, you be all over their shit, then you gradually minimize your appearances.
Yeah,
like you real strategic with it. I be peeping that shit.
Yeah, man. You know, just trying to help them get a buzz once they can. You know they got. You know, I feel like they got what they needed from me, and you know, go ahead, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Some of them reach back, some of them don't. You know what I'm saying? But at least I, you know what I'm saying, did my part. So and I'm cool with that.
I know you know how to engineer. Do you know how to produce?
Yeah, I actually I got a record I co-produced that's gonna be on my new album with Cap. And,
well, I mean, you definitely know how to produce as far as like where the direction of the music, but I'm talking about making beats.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, making a beat. Yeah, like we collab on a beat that's gonna be on my album. Believe it or not, like I had a whole I had an album that never dropped, man, that I had produced like 50% of the album. Like I had did 50% of the beats, like half of the beats on the album. This was before we came out with the 53 Chambers. This was before we came out with the Last Days EP. It was around the time we was working on the Last Days EP.
You still got this album?
Actually, I don't, man. It's lost, man. Because of the studio that we was working at the time, man.
You got robbed, right?
Huh?
You had a studio get robbed, right?
Nah, I ain't never had no studio get robbed.
Okay, oh shit.
Nah. But this studio, I mean, maybe that's the story you're talking about with this studio that we was working at. It wasn't ours, it was somebody else's studio. But he didn't get robbed. He actually owed somebody a bunch of money. And that was part of the way they settled his debt, was they got all the studio equipment because they was trying to record label anyway.
Gotcha.
And when they came and got all of the stuff, like in the process of them moving, our stuff got lost.
Damn.
We couldn't find it. Like a lot of the masters that was supposed to go with our first album, we couldn't find it. I think he had owed them people, man, probably like $100,000 or something. He couldn't pay them. So that was part of their, part of their agreement.
Man, people get aggressive for $100,000.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious to know where you got this story about Rob Studio. I want to know what the hell you talking about.
I just thought I probably just got you mixed up with someone else, but somebody I know this like close to me. You know, I consider, because you know we've been dealing with each other for like a decade. Somebody just had their studio broke into and somebody took a bunch of their equipment. I don't know why I thought it was you.
Nah, hell no.
You know, I'm glad it's not.
I see. I only had 2 studios of my own. You know what I'm saying? When my first studio was downtown Indianapolis, I was in the Stutz Business Center. That mug like Fort Knox, dog. You can't. They got their own security. First of all, to even get in the building, like you got to buzz in, buzz out. You got to sign in, sign out. There's cameras here, cameras there, because it's like It's like a art building, like everything in there, like expensive art on the wall. Like as soon as you come in that motherfucker, they got old schools, vintage old schools, like just everywhere. Because there used to be a warehouse for the original cars that they made.
Well, your shit must have been hella soundproof then.
I mean, kind of, sort of, but like a lot of the people that, you know, had offices in the building or whatever, they would leave by 6 p.m. So after 6 p.m., it would just be us.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And then my dude that had the a videography studio on the other side, he would be over there. But now I was there for like 7 years. So ain't no way nobody could have got in there. And then my studio from there to that's where I'm at now. I'm still, you know, same equipment. I'm good.
Oh yeah, my bad, bro. Like I said, I must have just got you mixed up.
Yeah, you definitely got me mixed up.
Yeah, my bad, man.
Because you ain't hear about nobody getting their ass shot the fuck up afterwards. So you know it wasn't me.
I heard that. Don't fuck with his shit.
Bullshit ain't nothing, motherfucker. No, I don't play like that. You fuck around and get laid out trying to come in that motherfucker. If I'm there, you better come for real, goddamn.
So you got an album coming out. That's something to look forward to. And you told me you got another like father like son coming out with Cappy.
Yeah, we planning on doing a part 3. We ain't started working on it yet. I'm about to drop my album OG, which actually I should have been done and ready to go, but we doing like a radio campaign right now with a record that Cappy dropped called Gunning. And so, you know, I ain't trying to overshadow that campaign. So,
Word.
You know, I'm trying to let that, you know, do what it's going to do before we, you know, drop anything else. It's doing pretty good, though. They've been, you know, it's been hella rotation on 92.3 up there. I think they played it a few times on 107.5 in Chicago. And the video doing real good. So, you know.
Shit, that's what's up. Congratulations. But you know, I consider you to be a wise man. So I want to leave with this. What are some of your life goals going forward outside of music?
I mean, my life goal I just want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, leave a legacy that, you know, my kids can be proud of. You know, lead them with, you know, properties and assets and things like that, so that they can, you know what I'm saying, it could be easier for them and their kids, you know what I'm saying? Just basically, you know, changing the cycle, you know what I'm saying, for my family, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, before,
I mean, you've already done that to some extent.
To some extent, but not all the way, you know what I'm saying?
You want to insure that motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, I want them to be able to cry.
I feel you, bro. I'm like 33% there, you know, but you gotta get that shit like 150% there.
I don't want them to be able to just be rich. I want them to be able to acquire wealth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a lifelong goal for me. I feel accomplished if I know that I got them set up for that. You feel me? Like 100%.
And you ain't just, you know, talking out your ass. You educate yourself on these matters, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
And how do you go about doing that? Like reading, listening to apps, websites, classes, whatever?
However it come, you know what I'm saying? Taking advice from people that I know that's where I'm trying to go, you know what I'm saying? And definitely research, you know, shadowing certain people, you know what I'm saying? Studying certain people and seeing what they did to, you know, get where they were at. And
hey, you gotta be a follower to be a leader, right?
Yeah, just emulate some of those steps, you know what I'm saying? Put your own flavor to it, you know what I mean? And, you know, go from there.
Are you starting to find out in these type of circles that having strong character is actually a currency?
In those, yeah. Yeah, outside of the industry, the music, yeah, definitely. In the music industry, though, I don't know, man. It's like it's more like people more on a cutthroat people than, you know, honest people that's just like straight up gonna tell you how it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know it's cliche, but like it really is that parasite shit. Like they want to leech on motherfuckers on their way up.
Yeah, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like, you know, any other type of you know, business ventures, the people that I meet, like, yeah, they real big on loyalty
You know, the two things that fucked me up the most about the music industry when I started meeting famous people was how short a lot of them motherfuckers were. But like, you know, you from the hood during crack days, and I am too. And you also remember before that when like motherfuckers would fight and not shoot each other and shit, right?
Yeah.
And the thing that killed me about the music industry, I never seen so many people that would just talk bad about a motherfucker, and then when they pop up, be like, "What's up?" Like, cause you just want to see that where I lived at, you know what I mean? Cause other people around be like, "Hey, weren't you just saying fuck him?"
Yeah.
You know,
But
they be
it's like,
trying to instigate that shit for real, to be real. So they be trying to instigate the fight.
yeah,
But
because I mean, like, I didn't understand that, like, being around certain people, because where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you say stuff like that, or, you know, you got to mean what you say, because somebody going to be at your top. Like, you don't know where you might see them. Like, you might see their ass 30 minutes later. You just, if we'd have had the internet, oh my God, just, you know, the way the word spread now, man, you had to stand on what you know what I'm saying, what you said. Like, you had to
I mean,
stand
before
on.
the internet, bro, I didn't expect anything I said in my neighborhood would be kept a secret. So if I said something negative about somebody, I knew that it was gonna have to be addressed or like a motherfucker
Yeah,
fucked out.
yeah, because there wasn't no way for you to hide. You know what I'm
Not like
saying?
I was super tough, you know. I meeted my words out, but you know,
Yeah,
sometimes it like if it's fuck me, it's fuck you too.
yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like back when we was coming up, man, it wasn't none of that. You talk all that shit and then you shaking up with a motherfucker. Nah, cause motherfucker gonna be on your ass. So once I started like being around people in the industry and I started seeing that type of shit, like what the fuck?
Bro,
Like
you remember when the first time you heard the concept subliminals? I was like, subliminals? What the fuck?
yeah. I ain't really know what that means till I started you know, being on the internet a lot, like Facebook probably.
Yeah, like that shit. That shit fucked me up. So you mean a motherfucker got a problem with me, and he gonna tell me he got a problem with me, but he's gonna say it in a nice way, so I can never say nothing to him about saying he got a problem with me.
Right. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like that's
You
too
might as well.
confusing for me, man. I went to motherfucking PG County public schools, man.
I
You gotta
just
say
feel like
shit regular.
that's some whole shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just a scary way of you know what I'm saying, dissing a motherfucker. And you thinking because you do it that way that they not gonna take it as serious as they would if you just blatant out disrespecting them. But it's the same thing. You know
Word.
what I'm saying? It's like when you were a kid and you say, hecky no, and your mama, you know, she gonna still smack you in your motherfucking mouth because she know you meant hell no, you feel me? So
Word.
that's, you know, you ain't doing nothing but trying to sugarcoat this shit, but it ain't finna work.
Man,
And
no doubt, bro. Yeah, man, I look forward to you putting out these you know, as you say, hashtag super solid values out into the world as it goes forward. Man,
yeah, so
thank you for joining us. We'll definitely touch base when you got some music coming out. And happy birthday, Hit. It was a pleasure to talk to you tonight, man. And always an honor.
thank you, man. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt. And everybody follow Hit Skrewface on Instagram. We'll have the link in the bio.
Oh yeah, no doubt, 100.
Mark Waldo Ward, LAZ, you heard? Pottersville, Brownsville, Brooklyn, DC was good. The Big Fact Show, aka the Super Fact Show, where you get them super facts about the rap game. Nigga, tune in.
Yo, what's up, man? This is $2 Fabo, Bank Fabo, and shouts out to the Big Fat Show, man. Hey, Mark Ward, man, the podcast, the Big Fat Show got his first 100,000 subscribers. Hey, man, congratulations to y'all. And for anybody who looking at it, this show is right now on Spotify, Apple, and all DSPs. Oh, what's happening there? Pharaoh!
Hey, yo, what up, yo? This is Sadat X, the Wild Cowboy. Congratulations to St. Laz and Mark Ward, OG, the hottest new hip-hop podcast, The Big Facts Show, for being added to the Apple Podcast and all other DSPs. Punks still jump up to get beat down. You know it. Word is bond. Once again, congratulations. Understand that St. Laz and Mark Ward, OG. Understand that they got them a new thing jumping off the Big Fact Show. Check that out. It's added to Apple Podcasts and all the other joints. The Wild Cowboy with a lot of style, boy. The Great Sadat X, one of one.